In this video, I'm going to teach you how to generate weekly income using my simple 1DT ORB option strategy. This is the same strategy that I've taught over 500 people so far, including my father-in-law, who's used the strategy to make $1,000 in his first 2 weeks. Here's my Tasty Trade account. You can see SPX is where I trade this. I've done it over the last 60 days. You can see here I made almost $1,300 trading with just one contract. So that's the power of this. Whether you have a small account or a large account, you can use this to generate money. This strategy is broken into 3 parts: the breakout, the entry, and the management. So how exactly do we look for a breakout? Well, ORB is an acronym that stands for opening range breakout. We're going to look at what the market is doing in the morning, and then we're going to find a breakout point from that level. So here, let me show you. We look at the first hour of the day for the breakouts. You can see here the market opens at 9:30. We're going to wait until 10:30, which happened right here, and this becomes our opening range breakout zone. So we map out the first hour of the day, which is right here, and what we do is we look at where was the high from that first hour. The high from the first hour was right here. So we chart our high. This satisfies condition number 1, which is our breakout. So for the breakout, we look at the first hour of the day and we find the highest point and we wait for a breakout. So we're going to wait for the breakout. What does waiting mean? It means we want to see a close above that level. So we want to wait for the market to not just hit this, but close above it. So you can see here, if we zoom into this candle, it actually was able to close above that level just barely, but it did. This would signify an entry. So I'm not waiting for a pullback. I'm not doing things like that. I'm just keeping it simple, where if the market closes above that previous high, then I'm going to enter the trade. That's what I look for the breakout. So now that we know the breakout zone, how do we enter this trade? Okay, I've tried a lot of different option strategies, and the one that I found to be the most successful is I put credit spread trade. Why? Because we define our risk, we control how much risk we take, and we also get to control other factors like profit and risk to reward ratios. It's a lot easier to do that with a defined risk trade. Also, it's more advantageous for small accounts. How exactly do we place this trade? The trade is very simple. It's a put credit spread trade. We're waiting for the breakout, right? We're looking for the market to break above the high. That means we're assuming the market is bullish. And the way to take advantage of that is a put credit spread. And so at put credit spread, what we're going to do is we're going to sell the 30 delta level, and then we're going to buy $20 below it. Now, again, this is up to you. So let me just show you an example here. If the market broke above here, which it did, let's say we enter a 30 delta trade. That 30 delta makes our strike price about here. And then that means we're going to buy $20 below it. So this is how we create a credit spread, which means that as long as the market stays above this level right here, we will make money. That's how a put credit spread works. So again, our entry is just a simple put credit spread. If you want to see how it's done on the broker, it's simple. We'll come over here to trade. We'll go to SPX. That's what we traded on. We'll do a 1 DTE. You can see I already have a position on right here. Basically, we go to a 30 delta and we sell that. So right here, 31 delta, the closest. So you sell that position. Then you go $20 away. So 6485 was the contract that was sold. Then we're going to go $20 away from that. So that becomes 6465. We're going to buy that one. This is the ideal setup that I back tested over 1,000 different strategies, and this works the best. You can see here that we're going to have a profit of about $300 if we let this go all the way through, and it takes about $1,600 of buying power. So overall, not too bad. But again, we have take profits and stop losses that's going to affect this as well. Now, if you have a smaller account, you can only do $10 away. That will make the buying power drop down to $800, or you can make it as small as a $5 difference, make it a $400 per trade buying power usage. So again, you can change how much money this takes based on how wide this is. Now, do know that it's going to impact your max profit. You can see here, if I do a $5, yes, I'm only risking 400, but I only have the chance to make 100. Versus here, I am risking what, 1,600, but I have the chance to make 335. So I'm definitely just getting that higher return there as well. That's the type of strategy we put on. Now, how exactly do we manage this trade? Manage it breaks down into, into 2 criteria, which is a take profit and a stop loss. So if I come in here, we're going to do a take profit. So TP is going to be 40%. So this means once the trade has reached a 40% take profit, so let's say it's trading and we sold it at $1 credit, then once the trade gets down to a 60-cent credit, meaning we collected 40 cents, 40%, we're going to close the trade. Now we also have a stop loss SL, which I do at the short strike. So what does this mean? Wherever we sell this 30 delta put, what we can do is we can hold on to this position until the market comes down and hits this zone. Once it hits this strike, the strike price we have here, we will close out the trade for a stop loss. Now, that tends to be anywhere from 40 to 60% for a stop loss. Again, varies on really where you got into the trade. But why am I doing this? Because I know that the market can sometimes pull back. The market can do other things on its trend while it's going up. And so I want to give it plenty of room to work. And so that's why I'm like, okay, if it breaks this short strike price, it means the trend's probably changing, not going the direction I want. So I'm just going to get out of the trade and let it be. And so 90% of the time, what's going to happen is we're going to hit either our take profit or stop loss in the first day. But if it doesn't, because we're doing a 1 DTE trade, which is we're going out 1 day in the future. So make sure I put that in here. I know I said that earlier, but I want to make sure it's clear. 1 DTE again. 1 DTE for this. Just like that. So a 1 DTE contract. Now, if I am not able to close that trade out today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the next day. So it will be held overnight. That's why it's important to make sure that your credit spread, the spread difference, is something that you're comfortable and okay with. So again, that's one way to manage that risk as well. And so yeah, it's the trade. Breakout, wait for the first hour, find the highest point, wait for a close above, enter a 1 DTE put credit spread, sell the 30 delta, buy whatever away based on the risk you want to take, then manage it at a 40% take profit and a stop loss of the short strike, which could also be equivalent to a 50% stop loss. This has generated roughly a 60 to 65% return. What am I saying? So wrong. 60 to 65% win rate, which has allowed us to do well, because with a 40% take profit and roughly a 50% stop loss, our win and loss rate is approximately the same. So instead of having small win, one large loss, we now have decent size win, and then a loss that takes up about a winner and a half, which means we can come back from trades quickly. So that is the power of using this. It puts you in the favor of the trend because you're waiting for a breakout. It helps you limit your losses because I put credit spread, and it's just simple mechanical. You wake up, SPX, same symbol, same strategy every single day, and that's how you can run this strategy. So anyways, that is my newest 1DT ORB option strategy. If you want the exact trade plan, you can click the link down below and get the PDF form of it so that you can actually go and start putting this into action.